Sean Combs, better known by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and Diddy, is one of the most influential figures in the history of hip-hop and popular culture. From his humble beginnings in Harlem to becoming a multi-millionaire mogul, Diddy's journey is nothing short of remarkable. However, with immense success came significant controversies and setbacks. This is the story of his rise to fame, his fall from grace, and his efforts to reclaim his empire. But before we dive into the list, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. The humble beginnings. Sean John Combs was born on November 4, 1969, in Harlem, New York. His father, Melvin Combs, was an associate of a notorious drug dealer, while his mother, Janice, was a teacher. Tragically, Combs' father was murdered when he was just a toddler, leaving his mother to raise him on her own in the rough neighborhoods of Harlem. Despite these hardships, Combs had big dreams, and even as a young man, he was determined to make something of himself. In high school, Combs was an athlete, excelling in football, but his true passion was always music. After high school, he attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he studied business and communications. It was during his time at Howard that he got his first real break. He worked as an intern at Uptown Records, a position that would set the stage for his future success. At Uptown, Combs quickly proved his talent, working his way up from intern to a key position in artist management. The birth of Bad Boy Records. In 1993, after a successful stint at Uptown, Combs was fired due to a dispute with his boss. But rather than being discouraged, he used this setback as motivation. He founded his own label, Bad Boy Records, with a vision to create a new era in hip-hop and R&B. His first big signing was a young rapper named the Notorious Big, who would go on to become one of the greatest rappers of all time. Together, they reshaped the landscape of hip-hop in the mid-1990s. Biggie's debut album, Ready to Die, was a massive success, and with Combs' guidance, it changed the genre forever. Combs, now known as Puff Daddy, also worked with other major artists such as Mary J. Blige, Usher, and Faith Evans. His musical productions, including the hit single I'll Be Missing You, a tribute to Biggie after his tragic death in 1997, skyrocketed to the top of the charts. Diddy's work in music wasn't limited to just being a producer. He quickly became a brand, with his signature Puff Daddy persona attracting a massive following. The success and expansion of P. Diddy. By the late 1990s, Diddy had solidified his place in the music industry, but he wasn't content to stop there. He saw an opportunity to expand his empire beyond music, turning himself into a full-fledged mogul. He ventured into fashion with the creation of his Sean John clothing line, which quickly became a favorite of celebrities and everyday people alike. In 2002, Combs also made the leap into the beverage industry with his endorsement of Ciroc vodka. This move was a game-changer for his brand. By cleverly marketing Ciroc to the hip-hop community, Diddy turned it into a multi-million-dollar business. He made smart business decisions, built his brand around luxury and success, and reaped the rewards. By the mid-2000s, Combs was worth hundreds of millions of dollars, a symbol of the American dream. He wasn't just a rapper or producer anymore. He was a global brand. His influence stretched across multiple industries, from music and fashion to alcohol, media, and television. In many ways, he was the epitome of the new age hip-hop mogul, creating a blueprint for other artists to follow. The downfall begins. Despite his overwhelming success, Diddy's journey was not without turbulence. In the late 2000s, his image began to shift. He faced a number of legal issues and controversies that started to erode his public image. One of the most notable incidents occurred in 2009 when he was involved in a highly publicized lawsuit with his former artist, Mad Dollar E. Mad Dollar E accused Diddy of exploiting him during their time together at Bad Boy Records, claiming that he was unfairly treated and underpaid. This lawsuit, although settled out of court, painted Diddy as a ruthless businessman, more focused on his profits than his artists' welfare. At the same time, Bad Boy's dominance in the rap game began to fade. The rise of artists from labels like Rockefeller Records and Cash Money Records meant that Diddy's grip on the music industry was loosening. His star artists, such as the Notorious Big and others, had either moved on or fallen out of the public eye. Diddy's own musical career had slowed down, and he began to face criticism for being out of touch with the changing landscape of hip-hop. The financial crisis of 2008 also had a significant impact on Diddy's empire. While his diverse business ventures helped cushion the blow, he still had to navigate tough economic conditions, which meant scaling back some of his extravagant spending and reevaluating his investments. The public feuds. In addition to legal battles, Diddy was no stranger to public feuds, which continued to tarnish his image. One of the most infamous was his ongoing rivalry with rapper Jay-Z. The two moguls were involved in a bitter back and forth over business practices, which spilled into the public eye. Although the rivalry never reached a boiling point, it further cemented Diddy's reputation as someone who was willing to do whatever it took to stay on top, even if that meant stepping on others. In the world of hip-hop, where competition runs high, Diddy's relationships with other artists began to sour. His clashes with others, including 50 Cent and even Kanye West, who had initially been a fan of his work, made him seem more out of touch with the culture he helped create. The once untouchable king of hip-hop was now perceived as a fading relic of a bygone era. The efforts to rebuild. By the 2010s, Diddy was aware that his empire was crumbling. Despite his massive wealth and his influence, he began to take more steps to rebuild his reputation and regain his footing in the music industry. In 2014, he rebranded himself as simply Diddy, distancing himself from his earlier personas of Puff Daddy and P. Diddy. Diddy's attempt at a comeback in music with his album MMM in 2015 failed to live up to the high expectations that had once been set for him. Though it received some attention, it lacked the cultural impact of his earlier work. However, he continued to focus on his business ventures, particularly Ciroc, which had become even more successful, and his investment in Revolt, a digital television network he founded in 2013 aimed at providing a platform for music and culture. While he was no longer the dominant figure in the music industry, Diddy remained a force in business and pop culture. He expanded his ventures into tech, sports, and even philanthropic work, using his wealth to fund initiatives aimed at uplifting underprivileged communities. In 2017, Forbes declared him hip-hop's wealthiest artist, with a net worth that surpassed $800 million. The legacy. Today, Diddy's legacy is a complex one. He's undeniably one of the most influential figures in modern music history, having played a key role in shaping the careers of some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B. But his journey is also a cautionary tale. The rise and fall of P. Diddy shows how a celebrity can achieve unprecedented success, only to face setbacks that threaten to undo everything. Still, Diddy's story is far from over. Despite the ups and downs, he has continued to reinvent himself, proving that even the most powerful moguls can rise again. Whether or not he can regain his place as the true king of hip-hop remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, P. Diddy's impact on the music industry and pop culture is undeniable, and his rise and fall is a testament to both the rewards and challenges of fame and fortune. From his early days in Harlem to becoming a global brand, Diddy's journey is a fascinating look at the highs and lows of celebrity life. While his fall from grace has been marked by legal battles, controversies, and public feuds, his rise to success remains an iconic part of hip-hop history. Through it all, Diddy has managed to adapt and evolve, proving that his influence in both the music industry and the world of business is not easily shaken. Please follow for more celebrity content and subscribe so you never miss out on any new updates.